started. It's a late Monday afternoon in this cold, wintry town of New York City.
I would say, I don't want to start off by correcting you. I would say it's evening.
You called this Eve.
Yeah, well, it's
Evening
5:18.
All right.
That feels like an evening. Because afternoon.
What did I say?
You said afternoon.
Well, technically.
Technically, everything's afternoon, but it could be before noon. Tomorrow's noon.
All
We got a
right,
noon coming tomorrow,
You gotta
but-
be that guy who's at the slumber party. Hey, it's a fun night tonight. Actually, it's tomorrow.
Wait, you started with the fucking technically.
All right.
You're the one saying technically. I'm like, it's 5 hours and 18 minutes afternoon.
Well-
it's evening. If it was summer, I'd give you afternoon because it would be bright out. I'm going to say winter, it's cold, it's chilly, it's pitch black, it's 5 o'clock.
Wait.
It's evening.
Maybe it's dusk.
No, it's not dusk. It's pretty. No, that's a light. No,
be
it's dark.
dusk.
No, it's 5:18.
What the hell is dusk?
Dusk is when it's dusky, sandusky. It's when you finger a kid in the ass in the shower.
Go Penn.
Yeah, Penn State. The
pen is mightier than the sword.
Ivy League.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what'd you say?
Pen's mightier than the dick.
The sword.
Yeah.
S words.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Penn. Don't confuse Penn and Penn State.
The Penske file.
Penn is that's a Ivy League
The
fucking
Bic.
Denzel Washington's character in Philadelphia went to Penn Law.
Okay.
Or maybe the gay guy he bumps into at CVS.
There's
Remember
gays
that
in
scene?
movie?
Yeah, and then it turns out Denzel, by the way, quite homophobic in the film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he tries to beat up a guy, and he says, I should kick... I'm going to quote here, and it's very hard times to say anything
Sure.
these days. So I'm quoting a film. He said, I should kick your faggoty little ass.
Wow.
Yeah, just because he was flirting with them. And I'm like, this guy is extremely intolerant. I
Interesting.
don't believe that character would take on that client. They overwrote him, I thought.
Uh-huh.
They had to prove a point.
Right. Well, he had AIDS.
No. Tom Hanks had AIDS. But he got better.
I see.
But
Was he gay?
Denzel, he's gay in the
Okay.
film. He got it from Antonio Banderas.
Ooh, not a bad guy to get AIDS from.
No, he didn't get it from him. Antonio Banderas is his boyfriend, but he endangered Antonio Banderas. That's how they assaulted his character. And then he was fucking Banderas unprotected. But he
I
got it
see.
from a movie theater, a porn theater.
Banderas in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Whoa!
There we go.
Dawn Kelly, Bobby's wife.
Yeah, wow, what a pull. Also a soap, Dawn.
Yes. Dish soap, I believe.
Sure.
I got to
the
tell you,
best
I
kind.
ordered up some, how about this for a
Satellite dish.
fun thing? So I was talking sex with a friend of mine. I won't say which friend.
You're talking sex with other friends? You're cheating on me?
I'm sorry. I should have Patreoned it.
Yeah.
Is it working? You make me nervous when you touch things.
I'm just double checking the levels. We don't want to lose another hot ep.
Certainly don't. Well, so I ordered up on Amazon. I got some Amazon gift cards. So I bought some Yardley soap. What do you call? What's the nice?
Yardley.
Yeah, it's like an English smelly. What's the soap? It's
Irish
fucking-
Spring.
No. It's like a
Dove.
nice adjective.
Lava.
Lava?
They make
No,
a soap.
Lavender.
Lavender.
What's
Wow.
that mean?
It's a fragrance.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I thought it was like an elephant tusk.
No, that's ivory.
Oh, that's ivory. Yes. God, I get
ebony.
all confused with my soaps and shit.
Yeah, I got an ivory deficiency.
I confuse soap and shit. Well, I get this Yardley
Both go up your ass.
lavender soap that I
Yeah.
like. It smells like a bag of pussy fruit. It's
Oh,
really
yeah.
something.
That's a great produce. Can you get that at the Trader Joe's?
It's a nice odor. Or Whole Foods. So I order some up, and then I was talking sex with a friend of mine, a dear friend,
Uh-huh.
and we were talking about, it's your wife, you got a wife, and all of a sudden it's hard to bang, and it's hard to
Sure.
get women off. You don't know, no one ever gives you a manual. Like, how about this?
Or a woman-ule.
Nobody ever told me that you got to stimulate the clit.
What? You didn't get told that?
Eventually you figure it out because you see the lady starts being like, I'll just do this myself. You're like, oh, what's she doing down there? But
Right.
nobody, I don't know, my dad was never said much, so there was no one there to be like, hey, when you fuck, you got to fucking work the clit.
Yeah.
Nobody says that to you.
That's true. And then girls get weird when you don't know it. They
Yes.
give you shit like, oh, you inexperienced douche. My first girlfriend taught me about the clit, and then I went at it too hard. That's a whole other thing with the clit.
Oh, yeah, you got to be easy.
Yeah, you think like, oh, it's this pleasure center. It's the panic button. It's the man in the boat. The whole thing. But you start gnawing at that thing, and they freak out.
It's a lot. It's not like gum. You can't just chew it and blow bubbles. You got to really
no,
sniff it and wiggle
It's
it.
like a tissue where you got to delicately snot on it. You can't really get in there, which is ironic because you'd think like my dick, I've beaten that thing with a crowbar and put it in a toaster oven. But the clit is very delicate. And fun fact, it's the only body part, human body part, that its sole purpose is for sexual pleasure.
Really?
The only one out there.
Interesting.
Can you think of another?
Well, it's part of the pussy, though, isn't it?
Well, it's its own thing.
I mean, could you say dickhead? Like, I don't mean as being the only pleasure part. I'm like, but you break up a dick into parts: the shaft, the vein, the ball, the stain, the thumbprint. I mean,
Maybe.
or is it just one thing?
Well, I think the clit is its own thing. The clit's like a loner.
Okay, because I thought the clit was just a piece of the dick, like the foreskin.
It's like saying the shifter in a car. It's all part of the car, but it's the shifter.
I got you. Well, it's all part of the human.
Yes.
But the pussy, like the gas tank, is not part of the trunk.
All right, but the steering wheel is part of the dash.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. It's
the gash.
steering wheel. The gash. The dashboard.
The lips of the gas board. Gas enthralling.
And it's an Audi. Or an Innie.
It really is an Audi. I saw an Innie one time. I think she just got plowed too hard or something. Everything was sealed up.
An Innie vag?
Yeah.
Well, it's all vages are Innies.
Well, but there's some dangly parts.
Ah, the mud flap.
You can open them up and pull stuff out. It's really interesting. It really makes me uncomfortable that your neighbor's like 6 inches from my head.
I know, it's not good. But we'll just tell them we're doing a show on women's health.
Well, speaking of women's health, so I sent my buddy, I said, you got to get a vibrator involved in your life.
I got a drawer full of them.
Yeah. Dude, we tallied up all the money I've spent on sexual toys. It's in the triple digits and approaching the quadruples. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I got weird thumbs and a small dick, so I got to really buy some product out there.
Sure. And now you've already moved on to the electric toothbrush even.
Oh, yeah.
So you're vibrating every hole.
Oh, you better believe it. I got a massage chair on the way.
Aha.
I never heard of this Joe Mayo character. So anyways,
Hate the Drake.
I send a vibrator to my friend, but also
What
accidentally
guy?
send the soap to the friend.
Oh, also or in place of?
Both.
Oh, you got
Inadvertently. I send the vibrator on purpose, but then I accidentally send my soap there. But now he gets a couple of packages from Amazon.
Yeah.
And he goes, let me see what this is all about. Probably my baby bib or toy or shoes, whatever the hell. Opens it up, and it's a thing of soap. And he thinks, oh, this must have been my mother that sent this to me by accident. Then he opens up package number 2, and it's a goddamn dildo. And he's like, oh, my God, my mother sent me a dildo, this whole thing.
Doesn't it have your name on it?
No, there's no return address. It just says it comes from Amazon. It says Amazon's name.
Right,
So he thinks some big tall woman is sending him dildos and soap.
Sure, Bezos.
So a few days later, I go, hey, did you by any chance get my soap? And he's like, oh, you sent me a dildo.
Ah, there we go.
Now, the problem is he's already discussed with his wife, I think my mother sent me a dildo. They've had a big laugh about it.
Oh, that's
so he
fun.
can't bust it out now. Because
Why
she's going to be
not?
like, what is this, your mother's dildo? She's under the impression that it's his mom's dildo.
That's kind of hot.
I mean, if it was your mom's dildo, maybe.
Sure.
Someone else's mom. But no one
Well,
wants their mother-in-law's dildo in
I'm
their
sure
ass.
they had a good chuckle about the MILF dild.
But once you have a chuck, you can't have a fuck.
Too much wood.
If this doesn't record, I'm killing myself. This is a classic.
Wait
What,
a
are you
minute.
shitting me?
They must know it's not from old mommy face.
No, well, they didn't. They didn't know because I wasn't like, I'm going to send you a vibrator. I thought
Right.
it would be a fun surprise, but I just thought maybe, who knows?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
and it also the soap threw off the scent. No,
Ah.
no dick intended.
Right, 6 cents. All right, well, I still think you got to use it.
Yeah, I
mean,
said that too. I'm like, you got to use it because what are you going to do? I mean, you got to.
it's a free dild.
Yeah. You got to use it. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get it in there, but it's hard to bring it up now. You have to be like,
Yeah.
well, I guess we should use my mom's dildo.
Right.
Because otherwise you have to explain it somehow. You don't want to be like, oh, Joe sent it, because
That's weird, too.
that's also weird.
I think it's just a good friend.
I was trying to be a good friend, but he thought it was a weird mom thing.
Yeah, but you get the soap back?
I don't know how to get the soap. I don't want to make, because that's going to cost money to send. I just bought new soap.
All right, well.
So now we each got an 8-pack of soap, and it's soap, so he can use the soap.
It's funny that he's fine with using the soap, but not the dildo.
Well, your mother's soap and your mother's dildo certainly aren't in the same ball. That's like a trunk and a steering wheel. Those are different ballparks.
True. One goes at the back, but I just don't think I would go if I got a dildo from Amazon. I would go, hey, all right, my mom sent it, ha ha ha, and I put it in me. You know,
Yeah.
I'd have a laugh, and then I'd get horny.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you'd be a little off if you
All right.
thought.